What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy, and so I wanted to make absolutely sure whether or not it is possible to save Ryo in Digimon Survive. My first playthrough of the game alluded to the possibility of such a thing, and I'm really curious to find out. So let me get in here, and I guess I'll load the slightly earlier save. But okay, so like for real though, if there's a way to save Ryo, it's gotta happen with this playthrough. 'Cause like, look at his freaking affinity! For crying out loud! Also, I've been trying my darndest to get other affinities up. I haven't had a chance to do anything with Kaito yet, but like, these two are at 34. Because theirs just goes up slower for some reason. Probably because, you know, they don't need a high affinity to be saved from certain death. And obviously I haven't had too many chances to increase affinity with Shuji and Saki. But anyway. So, it better freaking happen this time. Otherwise, I don't think it's possible. And the game lied to me. But, other reason I thought, especially early on, that man, it had to be possible to save Ryo, or maybe he would come back later or something, was because it actually bothered showing an evolution chain for Kunamon. But maybe that could have just been there to give you the impression that he'd be around for the whole game and that Kunamon would get to Digivolve. But anyway, I digress. It's about time I actually get into this and see whether or not Ryo can be saved. I'm not going to worry too much about, you know, listening to the dialogue. Yeah, whatever. We're alive, but how? So, this is the scene right here where Ryo dies under most circumstances. I mean, I had his affinity, I think, at like 35 in, you know, my official posted, you know, whole playthrough. Well, not whole yet, but, you know, my playthrough of the game that is actually public on YouTube. But anyway. So, relative to the amount of actual real-world time that I've spent on this particular profile, I'm zooming right through it, but mostly because I end up just skipping the dialogue. Like, literally, I'll do this option that speeds through it. And then just whenever a dialogue option comes up, I'll save right before that. And then, you know, if I pick the option, or, you know, if I pick something that increases an affinity, then I'll just go with that. If I pick an option that doesn't increase an affinity, and I think it should, then I just go back and redo the decision. Okay, hold up. Don't care. I think that's different. I think before he said he wanted to go back. So this is where the dialogue changes. Okay, hinting that maybe I am in fact able to save him. Doesn't care about anything anymore. Wait, is that it? No, okay. So then there's this. But I think that was different before. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, fog is starting to spread. Strange. This also now seems slightly different. I don't know if there was talk of things being strained between them before. Fog's getting real dense. Or maybe I'm just thinking too much about things. I don't know. See a black shadow. Heading straight for Rio. Okay. I'm gonna save here. Just in case I need to make a specific selection. Also, I've been trying to go for harmony in this playthrough, but he's saying something. Oh, this is different now for sure. Oh yeah, this is for sure different. Because before, he was like looking into the fog portal thing and saw an image of his mother. Okay. Kunamon. What did they do to him? They straight up tackled him? Okay. Yeah, a little overwhelmed, sure. Hey, there we go, and I even got the achievement for it. Took the truthful route. What does that even mean? So, there's also a later scene that I may or may not have to do something like this for, but I'm not gonna try and spoil that as of yet, because that's not gonna happen for a while. So, the fog went away, and he's okay, and... See, I hope him recognizing that makes things better between him and Kunamon then, too. that also makes me curious. What happens after that? Because, like, I'm like, you know they're not going to be all mopey. We were all happy we saved Rio, but soon the reality of our situation sank in again. Between learning we were on an island with no hope of rescue and that fog monster, my earlier optimism had faded, and the threat of death suddenly seemed very real. We were all shaken, but Shuji was able to calm us down, and we returned to the school. Okay, now this seems pretty familiar. Leave to Shuji to step up in a situation like that and get us all back safely. Kaito was next to recover. He was all ready to go. Yeah, this seems exactly like the prior shared playthrough. I may just have to record little bits of this playthrough in my spare time and, like, put out maybe little collections of, you know, added interactions with Ryo or something like that. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, wait, that time it said after seeing that fog monster. I think before it mentioned something about Ryo's death being the cause for his realization. Anyway, everyone else was still scared from learning that this was another world and we might all die. It was dark by the time we got back and we were exhausted. Nobody bothered with dinner. The others mostly seemed to collapse into sleep, but I find that impossible. My mind keeps coming back to the same thoughts. Can we survive in this strange world? What if a monster like our Digimon attacks again? Yeah, most of this is pretty similar. What about that monster in the fog? Was it the reason Ryo started to go crazy? So that brings up, like, was it the fog's influence causing Ryo to be like that? Or it's really, for the most part, it has seemed, you know, in other situations, more like it's a... Yeah, if a person happens to... kind of not have a great bond with their partner Digimon, and or B, you know, kind of lose their own senses, then the fog takes over and I don't know. Anyway. Well, obviously Ryo didn't give up. And since I'm going for a Harmony playthrough on this profile, obviously... What happens next? Even if we all work together and overcome every hardship, what happens next? It's a different world. Nobody's going to come save us. Are we stuck here now? That'd be awful, living in constant fear of attack with no adults and no family. It's starting to get cold. If I stay like this, I'll probably end up getting sick. Even if I can't sleep, maybe I should just lie down for a while. Okay, yeah. Like, there's some similarities, but also some differences, which, I mean, is probably a good thing to sort of program into a game with, you know, choices like this that, you know, you want it to have some sort of effect on things, but maybe not affect all of it, so you have to make so many different, you know, pathways where literally everything changes each different direction. Alright, now is this conversation going to be any different? Alright, you seem kind of out of it. Thought if we all just worked together, we'd make it through this. But this isn't even our world. However long we hold out, nobody's going to come save us. What do I do now? Should I be like Shuji and try to stay out of danger, or hole up somewhere like Ryo? The alternative is running around until I die. Maybe it's better to just give up. Yeah, that seemed like a slightly different thing. What I really want is... why I gotta be going the hardcore Harmony playthrough? Really, I would pick that answer, you know, if I were just picking, you know, whatever moral karma choices, but again... okay, worded like that, that sounds a bit better, actually. Most of the time, that's not so much the case. But anyway. Danger, but I wish we had a safe place. Here, you never know when we might be attacked. It's not like I've got all the answers. Who knows if what I did was right? Or what I should have done differently? Not me, that's for sure. What's worse is that there's no clear way out of this. And that's all the same for sure. That particular, you know, line of dialogue was definitely the same. Yeah. This is all sounding pretty similar now. And then we're gonna get into the next part, and I think that's probably a safe enough spot to stop this. Because obviously this dialogue is going to be the same, or at least pretty similar. Okay, gonna save that. Okay. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for this little bonus video. I have no clue. I guess maybe I'll post this on like a Saturday or a Sunday or something, because I don't want this interrupting the flow of my normal videos. So, yeah, hey, bonus video. But I felt like I absolutely needed to show, if there was any possibility of saving Ryo, what it looked like and what was maybe a little bit different about it. So anyway, okay, that's it for now. As always, like, share, subscribe, click the bell, all that good stuff. You know what to do, and if you don't, just look down in the description for more info. Make sure you leave comments with any thoughts that you have. Like I said, I might have to just record parts of this playthrough and, like, then add little snippets of any Ryo interactions. And then maybe I'll just, like, smash those all together into, like, you know, a supercut at some point. That also makes me really curious what happens at that one other particular part of the game, but we'll get there when we get there. I will definitely have to show you that if my other playthrough plays out the same as it did in my first time through this. But anyway, I digress. So, yeah. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you for the next video. But until then, stay cool, people.